Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Rama?
Good, good, good. Congratulations on Unexpected Treasures.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited for the screening tonight.
That's right. I haven't seen the film. I read something about aliens, Joshua Tree. Talk to my fans a bit about the film.
If you've never been to Joshua Tree, it's a magical, beautiful place. The environment, and if your viewers haven't been there, the rock formations and the sky and the Joshua trees themselves. It's just such an enchanted, beautiful place. And the first time I ever went there, we went into Joshua Tree Park, and I turned to my friends and it's like, I have to go climb those rocks right now. I'll be right back. And I just scampered up the rocks as far as I could and just took it all in. It's so beautiful. And that environment, it just lends to this, sort of otherworldly, alien sort of place,
Now, when we talk about the space aliens, with Close Encounters, or E.T. or X-Files, those are serious stuff. This is more of a comedy drama.
It's lighter, it's more about connections and family and loving one another with the time that we've got here on this earth. But it's about aliens too, and conspiracy theories. And in the movie, my character Frank, he's an alien conspiracy theorist, but it's not a conspiracy to him. He knows it's real. He was born and raised in it. The alien in our film is sort of like Frank's uncle, and he's known him since he was born. So it's not a conspiracy to him. The conspiracy is trying to cover it up. He knows that it's real. He knows that it's true.
Fun question then. Do you believe space aliens exist?
I do.
Why they haven't contacted us? What's your
because we're too damn dumb.
That's my.
We're too damn dumb. They're like, if only they would just come down and go like, okay, here's a way to feed, and we can already feed everybody, but like, here's unlimited energy. Here's a way to feed everybody. Just try not to kill each other. We'll give you another 30 years, and then we'll all just probably kill each other anyway. They'll be like, see, I told you. One of the aliens will be like, see, I told you. You owe me $20.
So the treasures are metaphorical, not a MacGuffin.
I don't want to answer that. I think there are some treasures to be found, here and there. But the treasure is love. That's the power that we all have is to love each other and be connected in this world and this time and place. That's the real treasure.
Last question. I've been to Joshua Tree, like I said. It can get really hot there. You guys sweat a lot when you guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you honestly, it was real cold while we were there. We were shooting in April, and we did a lot of night shoots. And the desert. People's like, oh, it's hot in the desert. Like, yeah, in the daytime. But when the sun goes down, it gets real cold. We were definitely huddling together for warmth, and those hot packets, in our boots and in our pockets, and we'd all run to the, Winnebago to try and huddle and get warm, and it was super cold while we were there.
But the stars are also out, so it's beautiful.
It was beautiful. It's just so beautiful, and then you can see it in the film. It's on the screen. Just the gorgeousness of the landscape and the desert. It's right there on film.
Hello, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks.
Good. Congratulations on Unexpected Treasures.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Now, I haven't seen the film. I read the synopsis, something about aliens, something about Joshua Tree.
Yep.
Talk to my fans at home what your character is and what the movie's about.
Yeah, so I play the bad guy. That is literally my name.
Whoa.
The bad guy.
Okay.
So I am an alien bounty hunter, and I am coming to get all those space aliens that have come down to our Earth. And I'm going to take them and put them away.
Did you watch maybe The Renegade or Dog the Bounty Hunter to kind of get some inspiration?
No, actually, it was Once Upon a Time in the West. Henry Fonda's character is what I kind of took my inspiration from. Yeah.
That's unexpected. Pun intended. So talk to me about filming in Joshua Tree. I've been there. Not a lot of people have been there, but it's beautiful. But it can also get really hot. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it's incredible. In fact, so I've been there probably 35 times. I just love it out there. And when we were out there filming, the whole desert was in bloom, and it was just covered in every color of wildflower. It was just magical. It was so incredible. So it's such a great place to be. Yeah.
Now, I know that some of the characters are aliens, some of the characters are humans. Now, when it comes to space alien stuff, we think about X-Files or Close Encounters. Those are serious stuff, E.T. Yep. But this is more of a comedy drama, right?
Yeah, it's a family-friendly, heartfelt, comedy drama. Yeah.
With more lessons.
yeah, with moral lessons, and yeah, it's just it's not only do you have that fun element of the alien and the chase and all that stuff that's going on, but it's ultimately about family and forgiveness and love.
But the villain character that you play is still scary?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Not family friendly scary or scary?
No, he's scary, and at the end there's a cliffhanger, and you never know what happens. So you got to watch it.
Hey Rex, congratulations on Unexpected Treasures.
Thank you very much.
And welcome to Comic-Con.
Yeah, great to be back.
Oh yeah, what was the last time you were here for?
It was probably the last one just after COVID, but it was a masked event and it was really challenging. And then at that point, I'd relocated to Pioneer Town, so the area where this was filmed. Yeah. So it's really ironic that I moved from San Diego to Pioneer Town to be in a movie that brought me back to San Diego. And I've got a long history with working with Comic-Con. I've been a geek forever. I've been like a graphic designer that has done like geek-centric clothing, and we've had a booth at Comic-Con for like 15 years. Yeah. So it's really nice to be back. Yes,
be back. Now, I haven't seen the film yet. I read the synopsis, something about aliens, something about Joshua Tree, of all places on Earth. It's Joshua Tree, not Roswell, not not Nevada. So talk to me about that for my fans. And what's your character? What's your role in this movie?
Okay, so my role is Max, a guy living out in Pioneer Town that is just sort of a local fixture, and I'm building an adobe house in the middle of like one of the most eccentric places on Earth. And Joshua Tree has a long history of UFO. Like the first UFO convention in the U.S. was at Giant Rock, where we filmed a lot of the movie. Oh, wow. Yeah, and so it was there, and then a guy by the name of George Van Tassel was visited by Venusians, according to George Van Tassel, and they taught him how to build the Integratron, which was going to extend human life into the thousands. It was going to cure all diseases. But unfortunately, he died of heart disease just before he finished. So, yeah, he did not slide into home on that one. But the Integratron is still out there, and a lot of people come out to visit. So Joshua Tree, with its soaring skies and the nightlife, and you just see so many things out there. Like, a lot of people come away seeing something they don't understand. So the idea of finding an extraterrestrial out in the middle of the Joshua Tree area and having a bunch of local badass eccentrics help him, that's almost ready to happen tomorrow. I mean, that just is not far-fetched.
Fun question for you. Do you believe space aliens exist, and why they haven't contacted us?
After doing the movie, I've decided that I want to. So since then, I've gone to a couple of UFO conventions, and I've started to listen to some of the stories, and I'm getting an understanding of the landscape, but it's really complicated. So it's not like you can't even just say, I believe in aliens. You would have to, it's just like such a diverse field of study. You've got all these different hypotheses of like it's transdimensional, if there's like plasma beings, or if there's aliens that live with us, if there's a subspecies that live underground, is it time travelers? It's just so wild and wide open, but that's what makes it fun. Just keep exploring until one knocks on your door and asks for help, and then help them.
Final question, since family-friendly movie, I hear, yeah. Very, very heartfelt, what do you hope the audiences will take away from the lessons of
I think they're going to go away feeling like this was a meal they forgot they loved, and they're so glad they got it. It harkens back to like the adventure movies like Goonies, where there's right and there's wrong, and it's just a nostalgic, feel-good movie with just a lot of action and adventure.
Hello, Christina.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Congratulations on Unexpected Treasures.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen the film. Looking forward to screening it. I read the synopsis, something about aliens, Joshua Tree, of all the places on Earth. Interesting. Not Area 51, but Joshua Tree. Why Joshua Tree?
So I live in Joshua Tree, and there is a really interesting, rich alien history in this area that goes back to the 40s, 50s, and 60s at Giant Rock with a guy named George Van Tassel, who claims to have been visited by aliens from Venus. And he used to host something called the Giant Rock Spacecraft Conventions, where back in like the 50s, 30,000 people would come to the area. So there's actually a really like rich alien folklore in the area that seemed like the perfect foundation on which to build our tale. And I live there, so I feel like I'm very, like they say, write what you know. Yeah. So I feel like I was this film was easy to write because it kind of ties into our day-to-day experience as well.
No, pardon my surprise, because when people think of Alien, Nevada or Roswell, New Mexico, Joshua Tree? Wow, I didn't know.
Have you been?
I've been there.
Yeah.
For the stars and for the.
Well, the vibes are immaculate. You know, I feel like part of the reason I moved to Joshua Tree is like as soon as I get to that area, I feel like my shoulders drop an inch. Like I just. Ooh, it's just so chill. But there is there's a lot of fascinating history to that area. You know, I talked about George Van Tassel, but there's also a lot with the Chemehuevi Native Americans, and we kind of give a little homage to all of that in this film. So it's a love letter to our area of the desert and also to the popcorn flicks from the 80s and 90s that I grew up watching.
Speaking of which, when it comes to space alien movies or shows, we think of X-Files, Close Encounters, E.T., War of the Worlds. Those are some serious tone. I hear this is a family-friendly comedy/drama, lighthearted.
Yes, this is a very like easy breezy, campy, maybe a little cheesy, but very heart-centered film. I think it feels more like Star Trek. If you're gonna pick an extraterrestrial IP, it has that kind of faith in humanity and that peace, kind of that overall vibe of like peace that I think we see in Star Trek.
Something we need more to these days, empathy and all that stuff.
No doubt. I mean, when we started writing the film 2 years ago, JP and I would talk about how we wanted to make a film that felt like a break from the heaviness of the day-to-day, and now 2 years later it's even heavier. So I do think this is a fun, easy film, 90 minutes, and I hope everybody leaves in a better mood than they went in.
Now, budget-wise, special effects-wise, visual effects-wise, talk to me about that. What are the challenges?
So John Paul, our director, actually is a VFX professional,
okay.
So that helps. And so we have limited VFX, but the ones that are in there were done very thoughtfully. And I think the reason that we were able to do that is because he has all that background. And it's funny because visual effects is so much more than the big effects. It's also about cleanup. It's about removing, you can see a reflection in that shot. And so I feel like we really benefited from JP's expertise in terms of being able to do that on a budget.
This is my last question. This might be a spoilery question, but the treasures, is it metaphorical or is it like a MacGuffin thing?
Well, Sam, our alien, did hide some treasures around the desert, and he's looking for them. But it's also a metaphor for life. These unexpected connections, these moments, these encounters that can change your life for the better. And I think if we all attune ourselves to the unexpected treasures of life, we might enjoy it.
Hey, JP, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, congratulations on Unexpected Treasures. I haven't seen the film. Something about aliens, something about Joshua Tree of all places on Earth. Not Nevada, not Roswell, not Why Joshua Tree?
Well, I live in Joshua Tree in a little town called Pioneer Town, and we just when the strike happened, we just felt like it was a perfect time to. I had a lot of free time in my hand, and we just felt like a perfect time to write an indie movie. We're using the background as, in the desert, pretty much wherever you put the camera, it looks beautiful. And we just felt like, okay, we have this background. We end up becoming the part of the film. Like I always say that the desert is like is a character in the movie, because it is, and we got so much. Most of the scenes are shot outside, and yeah, that's pretty much the idea. The desert gave us the idea to shoot this movie.
I talked to Christine, and she told me that you have a background in visual effects.
That's right.
So talk to me about the process of creating the visual effects for this alien sci-fi movie that's within the modest budget and family-friendly.
Yeah, when you're making an indie movie, you have a constraint. So we got to be very creative when you're going to use visual effects and how you're going to use visual effects. So we really thought about how we can use the visual effects in an effective way to help tell the story. So we had to be creative and to be the cheapest possible, because we cannot you couldn't spend thousands of dollars in visual effects. So we just try to do everything manual and just apply visual effects to it later in post-production.
And that just works effectively as well.
Yes. You just gotta, we are trying to be creative as possible in terms that we didn't have to rely heavily on visual effects. Yes.
Now, fun question. Do you believe in space aliens? Do they exist? And what's your theory that they haven't contacted us?
Well, I 100% believe they exist. They're out there. They haven't contacted us yet because we're still fighting each other. Like, why they gonna make a contact with the civilization? They fighting for a border. Once we don't unite it, we probably not gonna make a contact. Or once we reach another planet, we're probably gonna make contact there. They be waiting for us there.
I like that. Last question. So, what do you hope the audiences will take away from this family-friendly film? It seems heartfelt.
Yeah, it is. You know, I just want to. This was based in the 80s and the 90s vibes movies, and I just wanted people to watch this movie with the family, with the care ones, with the kids, and just have fun. For 90 minutes, just go there, hang out, watch this movie, feel good in the end, and try to forget all the problems. This movie is just a very popcorn movie, as a popcorn indie movie. And I really hope everybody to enjoy and have fun and feel good in the end. That's what the movie's about. That's the soul of the movie.